Good morning, everyone. I have been playing a lot of Metroidvanias on my channel. It's probably the main genre of games I've played, along with RPGs. And there are two games that I've been putting on for a mix of reasons. Sometimes for technological issues, sometimes because of general uh, just procrastination, but ultimately because they have extremely high standards. They are kind of the genre defining games of Metroidvania. I mean, it's exactly what it says. Uh, Super Metroid, which we're starting today, and Castlevania Symphony of the Night are the two games that really defined this genre. Where the name comes from, and to a major extent, a lot of other games emulate these two in particular. There are elements of these two games that get reused over and over and over again, and especially Super Metroid. At the same time, it's not really like a lot of other games, which is kind of it's a weird dichotomy because it is so unique that even though games emulate it, they don't copy it. I don't know. I played the original. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. Start game English text. Controller setting mode. Special setting? There's special setting mode? Okay. No. Controller setting mode. Angle up, angle down, item cancel. Shot, jump, dash. Wow. Okay. And start game. Okay. The
The
last
last
met.
Metroid
Oh,
is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
very early voice integration. Okay. We get a brief reminder of the original Metroid. I next fought the Metroids on their homeworld, SR-388. I completely eradicated them except for a larva, which after hatching followed me like a confused child. This is the plot of the Game Boy game, Metroid 2. I personally delivered it to the Galactic Research Station at Ceres so scientists could study its energy producing qualities. I do love the fact that we get really this good overview of the series because it doesn't assume that you've played them. It gives you this brief history of the game. It covers, what most games at this time were relying on the instruction manual for. They discovered the powers of the Metroid might be harnessed for the good of civilization. Satisfied that all was well, I left the station to seek a new bounty, to hunt. But I had hardly gone beyond the asteroid belt when I picked up a distress signal. Ceres Station, under attack. Okay. I didn't realize the proximity there. It's like as she's leaving. So this is like right after Metroid 2. Like, very shortly after. Okay. So, I'm going to be completely straightforward here and say, while I am fairly familiar with Metroid, specifically this Metroid, I am not good at it necessarily. This is not a game I'm super familiar with. I have played it before, but I've only played it through twice, all the way. I've played it more than just. This is I believe, an unwinnable fight. I know you're not penalized for losing it. Just kind of using this as an opportunity to kind of like get a grip on the controls a little bit better. especially getting a grip on how responsive or not my controller is, which is probably going to be a factor to some extent. I've been having trouble getting my Super Nintendo controller working, which is part of the reason I've been putting this off recently. So we're playing this on a PS4 controller instead, which should be okay. Okay, there are now enemies here, I believe. I love the immediate throwback to the escape sequence from the original Metroid. You start off with it right away. We immediately meet Ridley. We immediately get this overview of the story. We get introduced to Samus, and we immediately head back to Planet Zebes. Okay. So we land. We immediately get this sense of this ominous quiet. The rain. There's immediately this wall that we can't get past, these ledges we can't reach. Which again is very emblematic of the Metroid genre, the Metroidvania genre. Uh, just giving you all these little tantalizing things. Like if you've played this game before, you immediately know, oh hey, once I get bombs I can go through. Oh hey, once I get the morph ball I can go through there. It gives you this sense of things without actually it gives you a bunch of information without giving you a bunch of information, or without telling you the information. It just shows you the which again, a lot of these games do very well, and the better Metroidvania games do very well in particular. Like, we're just getting this variety of, okay, this is, we know we're going to be able to get through all of those different spots once we get through. Also, right away, this does a great job of teaching you that you can shoot down. If you didn't know that you could shoot down, you would try and play with it to figure out how to shoot down. And there's several ways to do it. Because if you push down, you just push down, you duck. But if you push down and left, down and right, you hold the L button, or if you jump and shoot, you can get different angles on down. And then immediately we go from the new escape sequence to the old. This is the tunnel where we fought, or where we escaped after beating Mother Brain. So we know right here, this is where we left. This is the end of the last Metroid game. Head through into turret, or down into an elevator, and this takes us from Torian into, I believe, Brinstar. Specifically, Old Brinstar. And there, we get the iconic Metroid opening. And the Morph Ball. Right where we left it. But we also immediately get, hey, that wasn't there last time. Hey, that brick wasn't there last time. Hey, that weird stuff wasn't there last time. Just kind of a good variety of just small changes, but recognizable. So if you've played this game before, or if you've played the original Metroid, you know a bit of what's going on here, but you know enough that you can figure out some of what's going on, but not enough to know exactly what it is. Oops, that was a mistake. Crap. Did I just screw that up, like, really bad? Because I don't think we can get through that door yet because I just shot a missile. So we need to go find somewhere to recharge missiles. That's really annoying. Hopefully there are enemies here now. I know the enemies spawn in after you've gone through. There we go. And we immediately meet our primary enemies, the space pirates. They're these they're very, they're aliens. They look very alien, they feel very alien. The two main species that we run into are these space pirate, these kind of insectoids, reptilian-looking space pirates, and the bird-like reptilian, kind of dragon-looking Chozo, whose statues are the big bird statues, basically, that hold the little orbs that you use to get powers. There we go. So in the original Metroid, those guys were always really annoying because you had to because of the way you had to shoot at them. But now you can duck. There are several reasonable ways to deal with it. You can shoot at an angle, so those guys that are low on the ground or the guys that are up in the air aren't as big of a problem. The original enemies from the original game are here, but they're not... You have better tools for dealing with them than you did in the original. Which I feel like all of this kind of ties in. There's a reason that this is Super Metroid. There's a reason that this is what it is, and that's largely starts off with something familiar but unique. It is Metroid but Super. It is what it says on the tin, and I think that they do a really good job with that. We're going to be getting out of the original Metroid now and into new. The rest of the opening sections are all new, we're basically through the intro section. And that's our trip down memory lane. That's the big nostalgia piece. The rest of this... Come on. I will need to practice wall jumping at some point here, because I do not know how to do it, and I know that there are spots later where you need to do it. It is not easy to wall jump here. And I don't think it's necessary unless you screw up at one spot. But it does unlock some things earlier, and it makes some things easier earlier. So, if I can figure it out, I'd like to. That's going to be kind of my little side goal here. And that goes into another, kind of what I was saying earlier, of one of the reasons I haven't played this game on stream yet, even though I love Metroidvanias and I've kind of made it the core of my channel, is the fact that I'm not as familiar with it as I'd like to be. And I don't know all the tips and tricks. I don't know where all the hidden items are. I don't know all the, the good tech. And a lot of it is very technical. A lot of the, a lot of the tech is very technical. Doc. A lot of games, you figure out how to do certain things and you can just do, pretty easily integrate them once you figure them out. Or even just every once in a while. And this is one of the other things that makes this so much better than the original Metroid. We have a map. We don't have to rely on memory or a hand-drawn map. Our suit has a built-in map, and each time we go to a new area, we get to unlock it. So there's a save point right there. We're gonna go here next. Can't go through there yet. Still need bombs. We're not going to get the save point quite yet because I want to finish this little section, and I think there's one more thing we can do, at least. That's this. And I think this is the bombs, which I think is the... It's also a boss. Let's see if I'm remembering this right. Yeah, it blocks us off here. And we encounter a Chozo. And I kind of wish I'd saved because I forgot there was a boss here. Whew. So it immediately catches you off guard there. Once again, it kind of plays into your... If you've played it before, you know you're getting, these statues, and again, it kind of plays with your expectations. It messes around with your head a little bit in a really cool way. That I feel like this game definitely does very, very well. And now we have the bombs, so we can go get those last 2 spots that we were missing. And they immediately make you... once again, they immediately take... they immediately put you in a position where you have to use what you just earned. So we go over here, and hey, there's a thing there. And we know from our map that that is going to take us to a new area. Which is why we're not following it. So next, we're going to go over here real quick. I think this is either more missiles or an energy tank. There we go. So already we're getting into this cycle of that this game in particular does very well. Also right there, again, it tricks you. If you're holding right and you set that bomb, when it goes off, instead of going the way you expected, it shows you, hey, there's hidden walls. This game is amazing at the way it teaches you not only the controls, not only what the items are, but also the cycle it uses. The way that it introduces things and then requires you to backtrack. The way that it shows you the paths you're going to be able to take. And then eventually gives you the tools you can use to then go find those paths. And this first section, I mean, we barely started going through this game. And we've already seen, okay, this whole area up here, we get this retrospective, we get the loop of you go down through here, you hit a dead end, after you recover some items, you come back and something has changed. And in the course of that changing, you have access to new things. And I think that's something that this game does very well, and that a lot of other Metroidvanias might not. It does a very good job creating this atmosphere. It does a very good job of throwing you right in without you feeling overwhelmed. So, we're going to stop here. Hopefully you are enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. As I said before, if you liked this, I have like a dozen different Metroidvania games floating around, including the original Metroid. It is my intention, not right away, but eventually, to also play Symphony of the Night. Probably going to be playing a few more of the new Metroid games, newer Metroid games rather. Probably just the 2D ones. And also some of the other Castlevania, Metroidvania the Ecovanias, the like what is it, Circle of the Moon, and some of the GBA ones. And if I can get the software working, I might try and also get some DS stuff going. I have some thoughts on it, but I haven't been able to, or not DS, DS, yeah, DS 3DS. So yeah, hopefully you are enjoying. Like, subscribe, check out other stuff on channel. I already said that. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.